Welcome to episode dos of Undrafted Amateurs. I am the co-host Christian Mosier with
Joe Wise here.
And today we're going to talk about everything from the NFL playoffs to some really interesting debate questions and some quick
I'm excited about the
news.
Florida man for today too.
Oh, and the Florida man segment for today, is killer, apparently, which I haven't heard either one yet. So
unless it's not, then don't hold me
it
to
could be awful. We actually don't know.
Dude, how's your weekend? Oh, were you about to ask me?
I was about to ask you.
Oh,
So my weekend was great. In fact, me and my girlfriend went hiking, which was much needed. I didn't realize how much I needed to get outdoors until we went hiking for a few hours.
that sounds nice. Where'd y'all go?
And Rugged Mountain, Charlottesville.
Charlottesville.
They have a beautiful lake, and there's a lot of people there. We went Saturday.
It's pretty nice Saturday too, where it was like a little bit brisk, but it wasn't
Yeah, it's like
super
50
cold.
degrees, so it's like perfect.
It feels like perfect hiking
wearing a
weather.
hoodie and just like, hiking.
That sounds nice.
And it was just nice to kind of detach a little bit too, man.
Yeah.
So I got to do that more often. That's maybe a 2023 goal. Get outdoors more.
I'm about that.
Yeah. What about you,
I should
man?
do
How's
that.
your weekend?
It was busy. So in all self-doing,
Mm-hmm.
I was exhausted going in. We talked about going somewhere, just like on a date Saturday night. We're like, let's actually just keep it cool this weekend.
Oh.
Then decided that was a great weekend to redo our closet. So we had like the normal wire shelves.
Date?
and, like,
No.
stuff.
Closet? Yes.
Yeah. So just like completely built a new closet out.
Wow.
Redid some kitchen organizing, storage stuff. So went from being exhausted, needing a weekend of nothing, to just working on the house all weekend.
So
And
was,
I don't know where my mental block is, but for some reason I just keep doing that to myself.
so was the closet redesigned because of all your new shoe orders?
Yeah.
Show the camera the shoes.
Look at this.
I mean, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
The
so
drip on the
little
kid is
context.
unbelievable.
Stop it. Tell me more. I am deciding that I want to be a shoe person, but I don't want to be like a sneakerhead spending $200 on shoes. So I'm trying to
want to find the deals.
trying to keep it budget, but have a little bit of variety there. So I did get a shoe rack. Framed in with a tilted little display.
gosh.
It's looking,
Yeah.
it's,
You can't
it's
hide
looking kind
money.
of nice.
Yeah, you can't hide money.
Well, it was the budget option. I had to do it myself.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. But good weekend.
Yeah, so it was a good weekend, all in all. And then Lions. Did you watch last night?
I watched
so it's Monday
the
right now.
first half, and then I got tired.
Okay, I mean, it wasn't that pretty of a game, but the Lions knocking out the Packers.
I was
Finishing
so
with a winning
happy
record.
about that
Yeah.
because I was talking to a couple people about this last night. I hate Tom Brady, and I hate Aaron Rodgers. And I don't say that like I actually hate them. Like,
Because
I think
they're
they're
good?
both great quarterbacks. And like I kind of enjoy watching them play, but I am tired of seeing them in the playoffs every single year.
Yeah, that's fair.
So anyway, I was kind of happy about the Lions beating the Packers there.
Because the Seahawks tried to blow it and they hit the uprights on the field goal right before going into overtime.
Yeah.
And
I
then
would have
won,
actually
and-
liked to see the Lions in the playoffs.
I mean, it
thought
was
that-
close.
Yeah, I know. I thought that would have been
close.
cool.
But anyway, I thought that was interesting that
Yeah.
happened. And then we've got the national championship game tonight.
Oh.
Because this is Monday.
Tonight.
Episode's coming out tomorrow on
Releasing
Tuesday.
in the morning. I'm telling you what, man, I just have such a good feeling about two things. I have a good feeling about the spread.
And the
TCU.
fact that you're going to be wrong on your prediction.
So I have such a good feeling on the spread, TCU covering, and
Okay.
I have such a good feeling on the over. I think both
It's
of those.
62.5, right?
Yeah. I think both of those are going to hit. So my parlay will be spread, TCU covering, and over.
Okay, this is how confident I am. My 38-27 prediction from last week, I'm going to bet the exact score on it.
Oh,
I'm going to put like $1 down.
yeah, sure.
I'm
What do
not
you win?
crazy.
I've never done that. What do you win?
I mean,
It's got to be crazy odds, right?
yeah, it's
Like
plus
plus
like
5,000.
something like that, or
Yeah.
maybe even plus 12,000.
Yeah.
It depends on what the
Yeah.
likelihood is. But after we did that,
So
I
the
saw that
chances
their
they'll say something
prediction
funny.
is like 37.5 to 24.5 is like their model. So I was like pretty close there.
Yeah.
Now it looks like I just ripped it
I
off.
threw a curveball with TCU
But-
scoring 41, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
We'll find out
Yeah,
tonight.
we'll find out tonight.
And then this week has been crazy football wise with everything with Damar Hamlin. Were you
Oh my
watching the
gosh.
game on last Monday?
It was on the background, but I think I was doing laundry or something, and so I missed it.
It's hard to. It sounds bad saying, but in a lot of ways, there's so many like just bad news and things like that you hear that you kind of become a little bit numb to things.
Absolutely.
Where it's just like this is another tragedy and that's awful, but like it's almost becoming normal. But this was different. Like watching it, it was more like sobering. Where I don't know if it was because this is a game and it was entertainment and then something happens, but kind of like shook me a little bit on Monday.
But I think it's always crazy when you can see it in real time too.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know, it happening at a soccer field 10 miles down the road and you're like, oh dang, that sucks. But
and you're
it's
seeing
not the
everyone's
same
reactions moment where like
Yeah.
all the announcers don't know how to respond to it because it's something that's new. And then
Yeah.
it was really cool seeing the way that everyone rallied around
absolutely.
together. And
Yeah. And all the prayers and like you said, all the people rallying around. And it goes to show like sometimes in moments like that, you really hit with like the fragility of life. Like life is like sometimes you think like, you know, we're young, right? I'm 25 years old. So it's like,
and he was 24. And
yeah.
Same.
So you're like, you know, I'm 25. Hopefully I have another 60 years in me, you know, like, but I mean, you just never know as far as life goes, but it was really cool to see everyone rallying around and praying around too. And I think there was even a host on ESPN that, gosh, what was his name? That like actually prayed like on set.
I saw that. I can't remember who it was, but I remember seeing that. It
Yeah,
was
really
cool. It felt really connective. Which those are the moments that feel special in a world that
when people
I'm
rally
feeling
around.
dramatic right now, but it feels like a lot of things are divisive,
Yeah.
and that felt connective, and so super thankful for that recovery.
Well, I'm thankful he's recovering.
Yeah.
Last I read, I think last night was he's expected to get out of the hospital.
That's what, and he was watching the game.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
When he said who won, that was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah. Guess what happened yesterday though?
What happened?
So me and my girlfriend, we go to church and we go to the chapel here in Richmond, and you know we're hanging out, and then we're singing some music, and then there's always a time in the service where the pastor goes, you know, introduce yourself to people around you, or say hey, or you know, like chat a little bit. Where I look behind me, and it's Glenn Youngkin. It's the governor of Virginia, just like directly sitting behind me and Becca. And I thought it was hilarious. I didn't realize how tall he was.
How tall is he?
Like 6'4", 6'5". Like the guy's like a unit.
Dang.
Yeah, he's like an absolute unit.
Did you talk to him?
No, he was like behind us to the left. And
I didn't
like,
know if it was like, you're telling me that you're getting into politics now.
No, well, maybe one day.
Maybe.
But it was pretty cool because he was like behind to the left, so we didn't get a chance to talk. And then he like darted out as soon as like the service was over. So didn't get a chance to talk to him. But it was like like one of those moments where like you're just hanging, and they're like, oh, there's the governor of Virginia.
That's wild.
At church.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a fun experience.
Yeah. So
And
anyway,
then, did you tell me you're doing dry January too?
yes. So yeah. Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah. So it's going well. I guess this is day 9. And I did a dry May for like 24 days.
Okay.
And it really helps with my mental clarity. Like even right now, compared to the podcast we did a week ago, I feel like
You're just
mentally
firing
I'm
all
sharp.
cylinders right
Yeah,
now?
I'm a lot sharper now. So I really do believe like from like a creativity and a thinking standpoint, it really helps me. So I'm glad I'm doing it, but it's still really tough. So I have like really mixed opinions about this.
Tough socially or?
Yeah. So I think it's really great health-wise. Like for my sleep, I think creativity and just overall like brain function, I think it's great. Like if I cut out alcohol from my life, I think I'd be a more dynamic human being. But the problem is it's so much less fun.
Dude, so
Like dramatically.
I saw someone on LinkedIn this weekend that was saying that Gen Z is drinking less and it's not as much of a thing of like networking events or
I would say it's a little less, 100%.
which is interesting.
Compared to people that are like, you know, 10, 20 years our senior.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if like in 5 years, if it feels
It'll be
the same
less.
way, like is it less fun?
Well,
or
I
is it
know
just-
in my line of work, employee benefits, like a lot of companies are transitioning now to like happy hours, but like non-alcoholic happy hours. Well, they'll just like get together with like coffee and like kombucha and like sparkling water and that type of thing.
That's
So
pretty
like,
cool.
yeah, instead of like influencing people to drink, it's like vice versa. But like having people or friends hit you up, like, let's go get a beer or let's go to this brewery or let's do that. I mean, you can still not drink and do it.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But it's like the whole experience of having a beer. It's tough it really is. Like I admire people who are sober. I really do. Like
Right.
don't drink any alcohol at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What are your opinions there?
Lights on, no one home. I've gotten to the point in the last several years where I realized in COVID, I started doing a lot more socially, just like someone else is having a drink, I'm gonna have a drink too.
Yes.
And I was trying to in 2021, a lot of my goals were getting back fitness wise, getting healthier eating, getting in the gym more. And so I took honestly kind of like an inventory of what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, what I'm doing, and cut out a lot where I realized I was just doing it because that was, I guess, the thing. Yeah, just doing it to do it.
Right.
And picking what, like, do I actually just want to drink right now? Or is that because everyone else is having a drink right now? And I realized that most of the time, it was weird. It was like I would fight really hard not to when I actually did want to. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not that many calories. It's not going to set me back that much. Like just have a drink here. And there were a lot of times I was doing it just because everyone around me was, and I didn't really want it. And so I was spending the money, I was having the calories and doing the things I didn't need. And so it was a weird reframe of my mind. But like over time, I feel like it's gotten me to the point now where I'm thinking more critically about it instead of just reacting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, that's a healthy way to look at it. For me, it's really tough because I really value in my life, like having intimate conversations with friends and people and my girlfriend, like that type of thing. So I love like having people over for fire and it's like 6 people.
Yeah.
Right. Or I love like going to dinner and it's 2 couples. Like we still got to do that, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love like, just like, you know, having 1 or 2 people over and just like talking about life, talking about this, but like, it's really tough for me if you invite, say, 3 people over for fire, there's 4 of you and 3 people are drinking and you're the one not drinking. It's like, I don't want to say it alters the dynamic, but it does alter the dynamic.
Well, here's what's interesting is if there were times where I'm like, I just don't really want the calories or whatever. It's almost like that then makes them feel guilty. And I'm like, I'm not trying to.
You hit the nail on the head.
And then, but I also am not going to just do it to not make you feel bad.
That's the tough part.
And that's what's weird.
And it's 100% enabling people. And I think that's why it makes a dynamic awkward because I'll give an example. Becca, she doesn't like sweets, really likes sweets. Yeah. But I love dessert. And so I'm like, hey, let's go get ice cream or go get this. I'm like, but I don't want to eat it alone. Like, I don't want to sit there.
Same thing with me and Caitlin, but like a flip. I don't really like sweets that much. And so
you're just the epitome of health.
That's just not true. I wish.
But it's like, it's like enabling 100%. So anyway, and the thing to add on that, I'll do a real quick ad for Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing is a non-alcoholic beer that actually I think tastes very similar to real beer. So I got like their hoppy IPA or whatever, like hazy IPA that they I guess they brew.
Yeah.
Just to help, like I think I drank 2 on Saturday night just to like, you know, have the taste of it. Yeah, exactly. And they own like 51% market share of the brewing or of the non-alcoholic brew market, apparently.
Yeah.
But I thought it's genius what they do marketing because they're marketing towards people who want to be more conscious about their health. So they name it athletic.
So it makes you an athlete.
Athletic Brewing.
And
what do I want to be, Joe?
Dude, you're an athlete.
If you haven't tried it, go try it. I got a Total Wine. I'm sure they have it at different locations, but Athletic Brewing Company. Or
if
maybe it's just Athletic
us.
Brewing Company.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
want to
think there's
sponsor
2
us.
brewings, actually. I don't think it's Athletic Brewing Company. I think it's just
Athletic Brewing Company. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Athletic Brewing Company.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to them and charge probably 10 grand for that ad, but
easy money.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for some 1-minute news. This is the segment we started last week with, we're calling it Weekly Rundown, but
Weekly Rundown.
It's 1 minute news. 1 minute news.
1 minute
You want to kick us off here with it?
I'll do it. More than 540,000 homes and businesses were already without power in California as of 1 a.m. Sunday due to what the news is calling a bomb cyclone storm.
The Mega Millions is at $1.1 billion, so I'm going to buy my ticket right now.
There you go.
Michaela Schifrin won her 82nd World Cup race Sunday, equaling the all-time record set by Lindsey Vonn.
Real Housewives star Jen Shah is actually being sentenced to 6.5 years in prison due to wire fraud. Sean Payton is potentially interviewing for the Broncos head coaching job.
And then Salesforce is to cut 8,000 jobs in another wave of the tech layoffs that we're seeing. And finally, the Lions beat the Packers to eliminate Aaron Rodgers' playoff hopes.
Bang. It's crazy about the tech layoffs, too.
I know. It seems
especially
like there's
in tech. I feel like it's hitting tech more than...
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Obviously, there's way more than we know, but it seems like there were a lot of companies that got funding during the summer, were paying a lot for new positions and hiring like crazy, paying a ton. And then I don't know if it was poor money management or what, but it seems like a lot of those companies are facing layoffs now, which is tough.
It is tough. And I have some buddies who work in tech when like a year or 2 ago was the heyday. To me, if you were a software engineer 2 years ago, oh my goodness.
I know. You could just...
You can do whatever you
even
wanted.
even last summer, you could bounce anywhere and get, I mean, tons more than you were making currently.
You know what that makes me think of?
What's
Calvin Harris's song, "When I Met You in the Summer."
These are who's singing this to who? Is this the company singing it to the employees? The employees singing it to the company?
Oh no, it's the company. Well, it was the company singing it to the employees. No, it was the employees singing it to the company, and now it's the company.
Now it's just a breakup song.
Goodbye in the summer. That's not funny.
That's wild. In NFL playoff news.
Oh, big.
We got Super Wild Card Weekend coming up this weekend.
I'm so excited.
Dude, I'm so excited about the playoffs.
I will be glued to the TV.
So last year's first round, it was a Super Wild Card where every game was by a field goal or less. You remember that?
Oh my gosh. I feel like there's been so many good sporting event games in the last 12 months.
I know.
I mean, you had like the playoffs last year. Phenomenal. NFL.
I just have really high hopes for this one because of that. They were just so good. So good.
But dude, I'm so excited. Who do you think, any upsets in the opening weekend?
Well, let's run down predictions in a minute. But first, I'm curious, who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl? Woo! I'm going with my new bandwagon favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Only if it's a healthy Jalen Hurts. If it's not a healthy Jalen Hurts, I think the Eagles will be out pretty quickly. Okay. I think they'll lose. In fact, I think if Jalen Hurts doesn't play well in the divisional game.
Not a Minshew fan? You don't think he's going to carry him?
So I don't think so at all. They look awful with Minshew.
They look
bad. Comparatively.
Even the defense looked so bad against the Cowboys, though. Like, Minshew put up some points. Like, they scored, but they allowed 40.
I almost think it's Jalen Hurts' leadership, too. Like, it's like a Tom Brady thing. Like, Tom Brady, like, in some games this year, was not the best quarterback, but he makes everyone else on the field better.
Sounds like you like Tom Brady right now.
Well, I hate him. I do want to meet him, though. How cool. That'd be cool.
You're like, I hate him. The second you get to meet him. Dude, I'm the biggest fan.
He actually, the other day he was sitting behind me at church, Tom Brady.
Yeah. And you actually talked to him?
Yeah, I did.
He was taller than you thought. He was like, what, 6'3"?
6'4".
6'3", 6'4"?
I think Eagles take it, but I will say if Jalen Hurts is not healthy or doesn't perform like he should, it'd be tough to beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
What do you think?
Dude, 49ers. So as you know, I went with the trade, with the Christian McCaffrey trade, became a 49ers fan, and then they went on a 10-game winning streak.
Wow.
So I don't want to say
what was the record when McCaffrey was traded?
I think at that point it was 2-2 because then they went,
No,
3-3.
Yeah, okay. I don't even remember when, because we're both Panthers fans. So it was like what, week 7 McCaffrey was traded?
It was the week after Wilkes got took over after Matt Rule got fired, right? That feels like so
literally,
long
it's
ago.
like Rule got fired, McCaffrey. Anyway, so you think the 49ers are going to take it?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Who do you think
their defense is so good.
So what's your prediction? You have the 49ers, and who's the AFC?
I want the Bills.
Bengals look good too, though.
What do you say?
Bengals.
I know.
They look pretty good.
Honestly, Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills,
they're
all
solid.
of them could do it. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I think Eagles, Chiefs is my Super Bowl. But if they're not healthy.
Dude, as long as the Jags don't make a run for it.
Yeah, I do like Trevor Lawrence.
You know I can't stand him. You're a South Carolina fan. You can't like him.
I hate Trevor Lawrence.
There we go. All right. Okay, so let's do a rundown of all the games this weekend. Okay. You want to go first and then I'll go after you?
Yep.
Okay, so Seahawks and 49ers.
49ers take
49ers.
It. Easy.
Chargers, Jags.
Jags take it. Trevor Lawrence gets his first playoff win.
Okay. Dolphins, Bills.
Dolphins take it under the leadership of, their charismatic head coach. I love that guy.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Oh, he's great. But Dolphins don't take it. I lied.
Okay.
Bills definitely take that game. But I would like to see Dolphins win this game, but I don't think they're going to.
Okay. Giants, Vikings.
Definitely Vikings. Not even close.
Not even close. Okay.
I think 2 scores.
2 scores.
Yeah.
I feel like, have they won any game by 2 scores?
No, but I think they win this game by 2 scores.
Yeah, because it makes sense if you don't do it the entire regular season. You do it the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Well,
Checks out.
Yeah, I think Giants going to play so bad.
Okay. Ravens, Bengals.
Joe Burrow, all the way.
Cowboys, Bucks.
Buccaneers.
Okay.
That's my upset. I think Tom Brady's going to somehow pull it.
So I'm going to go 49ers too. So we're there. I'm going to go Bills as well. Same. I think Vikings take it, but I think it's a closer game. Bengals, and then I also like the Bucks over the Cowboys.
Do you really?
I don't know
It's
if
so
that's
tough to bet against
I honestly
Tom.
just don't like both of those teams. But I think
I
I'm
don't
going
like
Bucks.
the Cowboys either.
I think
like
I
Bucks.
dislike the Cowboys more for some reason. So the only one, the Jags and the Chargers, is tripping me up a little bit because
Michael
the
Williams
Jags
is
are
out,
just
right?
yeah, but I don't know. Herbert's just been he's either going off or just having a poor game.
Yeah.
There's really nothing in the middle from what it seems like so far. The Jags are hot.
They are hot.
I think I'm gonna go Chargers though, because just to mix it up. If we're the same on all the other picks, I think I'm gonna go Chargers here.
I like that.
So, okay,
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
I'm excited. This is the Florida Man Challenge. So I'm gonna read you two stories.
Let me get a sip of coffee.
Which one's
here.
true? Which
Get
one's fake?
Fired up.
Okay, story number 1. A Florida man woke up in the middle of the night to find another man sucking on his toes, according to police. Deputies say the man was sleeping in his bed when he woke and realized he wasn't alone. The man told deputies he assumed he was being robbed, so he told the intruder he didn't have any money. But money wasn't what he was there for. The intruder told the man he was there to suck on his toes. Story number 2. Pinecrest family woke to find an unknown man asleep in the doghouse with their pet, according to police. When confronted, the man claimed he was in a consensual relationship with the family's golden retriever. When asked to leave, the man refused, stating that this was his home. The family was then forced to call authorities. When police arrived, the man told deputies he wasn't trespassing since he was married to the dog.
Those are hilarious, by the way. Consensual relationship with the family's golden retriever. You made that up. Florida man sucking toes is the true one.
That's the true one.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. Because only you would put consensual relationship with the family's golden
The thing, though,
retriever.
is you say only I would put that there, but the other story is a Florida man was sucking on another
I
man's
know.
toes.
But that one didn't say consensual. If that one would have said consensual and the other one didn't, I would have guessed the other way.
Well, it's clear that one was not consensual.
Oh, man, those are great. What would
The intruder told the man he was there to suck on some toes.
What would you do if you woke up, Kate, like your wife wasn't there, Caitlin wasn't there, and you had a random homeless guy sucking your toes?
Didn't say he's homeless, first of all.
No, I did. I'm saying this in this scenario, I'm saying completely homeless. Or would you rather be like a political figure?
If anyone wakes me up, random person wakes me up sucking on my toes, they're just getting a kick straight to the face. There's no conversation. You're
Yeah.
getting kicked.
Yeah.
It would be a reaction, first of all.
So that's not on your bucket list.
Dude, I'm not down for some toe sucking.
You don't have a dog, do you?
No.
No, okay.
You asking if
If I had a consensual relationship with, that's a good one.
oh man, it's gonna get tough to come up with fake stories that match the real ones. Like
No,
that's the
I don't
problem.
think so.
And I'm gonna put a disclaimer out though. I might come up with a story that was fake to me, but it's real because I wouldn't have thought about the man sucking toes as real if I hadn't seen it.
So what if you did, instead of being like like you can do this, like two completely different ones, or you can do different versions of the same story.
That's true. I could just mix it up
Yeah,
and figure out
I
what's
think
true.
you'd be good.
Or come up with new ones. But all that to say, maybe a man's
1-1.
been married to a dog.
I
We don't
am
know.
1-1 now.
1-1.
We're gonna go
You deserve
winning
that.
record next week.
I'm proud of you breaking 500. Call you the Lions,
Not the Packers.
not the Packers. All right.
All right. Question of the week right here. I think this is something I have spent the last 42 days thinking about. Not really. But if you were dropped in a random country, okay? Let's say you were dropped either in Paris or you're dropped somewhere in Italy or some kind of European country.
Yeah.
How long until you're fluent with the language?
Okay. Clarifying question for this. Are we assuming you can't get by in English? Because like
Correct.
right now, if
You
you drop
cannot.
me in Paris,
No, I know, but you
it
can't.
would take forever.
You
So
can't
it's
get by
just
in English.
completely
Everyone speaks
immersed.
French.
And then for fluent, we're just saying being able to hold
But-
conversation or
Yeah, hold like tier one, like hold conversation. You can like talk, like you can order, you can have you can have a podcast conversation, but like you probably don't know like college words, like
Yeah.
college level words.
and you might just have to ask in conversation. Like,
Yeah.
What's this? Okay. I would say
But you have technology, so like no one speaks English, right? Everyone speaks French, for example, but you have technology and you can like Google stuff, you can look stuff up and you can do that. You can practice and you still have your cell phone.
I honestly wonder if technology would hurt it in some ways. Where if it could become like enabling.
Like a Rosetta Stone?
Or no. Like if I could translate words on my phone, then I don't have quite the just absolute need to learn the language quickly because it's like I can get by, I can translate some things.
Because you're not dependent on it. I like that.
But I think that if you're fully dependent on it, you can have conversation within a year, depending on the language. Like some languages are much tougher to learn.
Agree, like Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of different tribal languages and things. But I think
final answer.
I'm gonna go a year with the stipulation that I'm not like super fluent necessarily, but I'm conversational. So like I might get conjugation wrong. I might say the wrong word occasionally. And pronunciation's not gonna be on super tight.
I think it's way less than that.
Really?
Way less. And the reason I think that is the human mind. I think if you can't speak English and you can only speak French, let's say you're dropped in Paris.
Yeah.
You can only speak French every day. That's it. You can only understand French or speak it. I think it's 3 months or less.
Interesting. So I agree if it's like, where is the avocado in the store or stuff like that. I think that it would take longer to be able to have a podcast conversation though.
That's true. Like conjugating verbs.
And processing in conversation.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. I'd still say 3 months though.
It's a good question.
It's like Drake. Drake always says, I can teach you how to speak my language, Rosetta Stone. I swear this life is like the sweetest thing I've ever known.
Are you a rapper?
Well, I have been before. I produced a couple songs.
This is super random, but this just made me think of it. Self-driving cars.
Yes.
When do you think... Okay, I guess it's two-part. One, when do you think that the entire United States is just going to be self-driving cars? And then two, would it be safer, like right now, if everyone just had self-driving cars? Like we all have Teslas and we're allowed to drive them everywhere self-driving.
Okay, first question. I don't think self-driving cars are going to be officially the norm for everyone for at least another 100 years.
Why?
Because it takes people forever to adapt. The question was like, how long until everyone has self-driving car? I think it's generations. I think it's a long time before that. Now, if you go how long before 25% of the population has a self-driving car, I'd probably say 5 years.
What about, solid majority?
No, 10 years.
Solid majority. So not 25%, but like
50 plus, 60%.
We'll go like around the 60 range.
I think it's still like 30, 40 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
I think I think people are still, as of right now, so skeptical with that. And my only fear, I think they are safer most of the time. What happens if there's a technology glitch?
Okay. It's interesting you brought that up because here's my thought. Super realistic, there could be a technology glitch. And then I get that that's the holdup right now because how do you create legislator where like if the car glitches, so on. And then if it's not your fault and then all of these other things. But I've been in one accident in my life. I was driving down like back streets, getting off the interstate, and this car ran through the stop sign.
Oh.
There was a building on the corner. So it was like blind seeing them down. The second that I see them, I knew they were running it. So like I tried to stop in time and get out of the way and stuff, but like just could not possibly react fast enough.
Right.
And like I was pretty much on it. And so I think first of all, a self-driving car would have been able to, with like radars and sensors, stop in time.
Yep.
But the point is, from a driver's standpoint, I did nothing wrong and still like wasn't able to stop in time. So it's the same thing in theory as like the glitch. You know what I'm saying? Where
but that goes with the fact that like, say a quarter of the population does drive one, that still means 75% is not. So the self-driving car could be doing everything perfect, but a random person can blow a stop sign.
No, I agree, but I just think that radar is going to be able to stop faster than humans ever will be able to. So like I think people have a false sense of their own abilities where like I can react and like you can't replace my mind. And yeah, there are some things that you would be able to process that a computer wouldn't.
You can replace mine
but
easy.
like you won't be able to process faster. You could replace yours. I almost missed that. That's good.
No, but I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And so I feel like it would be safer now, even with the occasional glitch.
My only fear is like, what if there's a glitch that like it pretty much eliminates the brakes? Or eliminates a turn. Like,
what was?
I guess you could always go manual though, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. What was the movie where everyone hacked into the self-driving cars, or the bad guy hacked into self-driving cars and then started driving them all into the middle of the road?
Oh my gosh, what is that movie? I saw it a few years ago and I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Self-driving car movie. I don't know.
I can't find it. Can you find it?
No, I couldn't.
If anyone listening can help us out,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be awake at night.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't need sleep because I'm gonna be up all night trying to think of this movie.
But
what if that happened?
I'm also curious about what everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
Like how long until we become like, let's just say majority self-driving, above 50%.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
Growth mindset time.
I love this. Growth mindset time. Let's see.
What are you trying? What's your intention for growth this week?
Focus on my strengths. Kind of like we were talking about
identify your strengths and figure out how to get on
I think what I'm going to do this week is reach out to like some like the closest people in my life and just be like, I know I have a lot of weaknesses, but what are like 2 to 3 strengths that I have?
Yeah.
And then kind of identify those and see how much I can tailor my current work to focus on my strengths.
Yeah.
I just have so many weaknesses that if I try to improve them,
yeah,
it would take multiple
Well, I think that's
lifetimes.
everyone. I don't think it's necessarily that productive to just grow your weaknesses.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
I think I need to get to some kind of schedule and routine, and I think it starts with slowing down a little bit. It seems like the last couple months of 2022 into now were just crazy. And so it seems like there's a lot of things that I need to get back in order, and things are spinning faster than even I can keep up with. So it's just adding to that list. And so my goal for this week is to slow down and start building in a little bit of routine and structure, and honestly just organization.
I was about to say, like, as far as like organizing like files and schedules and that type of stuff, or
communication, projects, getting contracts done, getting back in like the routine of when I'm going to the gym, trying to go to bed earlier, those kind of stuff. So it's just like,
I don't know though. I to push back on you a little bit, like we talked about earlier, if you're more of a night person, I don't know if that's good.
Like going to bed earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough balance being a night person, but in a world that's structured to be a morning person.
Right. And being as attractive as you are.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like the world is set up to be a morning person. Well, like as a whole, there are things you can do about it. But like the professional world especially is oriented towards morning people. And so
like you have more people request probably podcasting at 9 a.m. versus 8 p.m.
And if I know being a night person to be honestly just a functioning human in the morning, that I've got to get to the gym.
What if you didn't
work
start
out.
your day till like 10 though?
That is a goal that I have
like,
moving forward. I think that I'm at my best if I don't have meetings before 10.
See? So you work out in the morning, you do.
But then that goes with this organization where I need to slow down to figure out how to put that in place. Whereas things are just flying at me faster than I can keep up with. And so
right.
I have like ideas that would be good, but I can't actually implement them if I don't slow down first. So maybe it's not organization first. Maybe it's just slow down this week and then let that other stuff be a goal and growth mindset for later weeks.
I think we're getting really productive on this podcast.
You're welcome, everyone.
It's all about talking through. Just talking through things.
Dude, it's draft time.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites.
And I get to pick first.
Oh, okay, fine.
And with my first pick.
Well, hold on. What's the topic? Come on. What are we doing?
Sheesh. Okay. This is a fast food restaurant draft. And so to clarify, it's a drive-through.
Are we doing it in the order of like our favorite or like the best ran? Like how are we doing the order?
This draft is basically I get a team of 5 and you get a team of 5 people.
Yeah, but like in what? Like our top 5 favorites or like the ones that we think like what like our favorite?
Probably our favorite. Like if you had to pick your 5, what?
So your top 5 favorite fast food restaurants. Love that. Okay. You want to start us off? You're number 1, right? Number 1 pick.
Number 1, Chick-fil-A.
Shocker. Yeah, shocker. All right, I'm going to say for me, number 1, and this is out of left field here, Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay. They have a drive-through. That was our stipulation.
Drive-through, and they don't serve dinner, so I don't know if that's a criteria, but they serve sandwiches, bagels, mostly breakfast food, but they have a drive-through, and I love their coffee.
Okay. I'm going to stick with chicken and go Bojangles. Pick 2.
Shut up.
Was that on yours?
I was going to go 3 Bojangles, but all right. So you went Bojangles too. They have great fries too. I'm going to go Zaxby's too. I'll stick with chicken as well. Yes. And I'll go Zaxby's because I love
I can't be greedy and take 3.
Chicken sandwich.
I like the wings and things. Actually, Zaxby's, all 3 of those first 3 or Zaxby's, Chick-fil-A, and Bojangles, I could do pretty much anything on the menu.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
number 3.
Shake Shack for number 3.
I don't know if I've ever been there. Steak Shack?
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Burger place?
I was thinking Steak and Shake.
Yeah. I do confuse those a lot.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been there. Is it good?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, cool.
I was going to do Five Guys, but they don't have a drive-thru.
Burgers and
I'm like,
fries,
I need some kind of burger restaurant hopping in there.
I think for me, number 3, and this is a controversial 3 for me because I love and hate it, Cookout.
Okay.
So I really love the taste of the food.
And hate it because it wrecks you?
Correct. Dude, the sodium, it makes me sweat. Like it actually physically makes me sweat.
Dude, I used to get the quesadilla tray and then get 2 quesadillas on the sides.
You're so dirty.
It was dirty, but man, that's what got me through freshman year of college.
Yeah, I always used to get fries, grilled chicken, just to say I'm healthy. Fries, grilled chicken, and ranch wrap.
Okay.
I want it right now.
All right, pick number 4, right? We're on 4. I'm going to do Arby's.
Oh.
Arby's has the meats. Okay, kid you not.
Becca loves Arby's.
The last maybe month, every single Arby's I've passed when I'm riding with Caitlin, I'll be like, Arby's has the meats. She's like, do you want Arby's now? I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm fine. But I've just been craving it.
It's the marketing.
Also, did you know, it might be changing, but Arby's in Richmond, Virginia are super nice.
Dude, the one in Short Pump?
So nice. And a bigger menu and everything. Yeah. In South Carolina, they were not nice. I still loved it.
Yeah.
But like it was my thing. And then I came here. I'm like, sheesh, this is a different place.
All right. Number 4. I'm going to go with a fast food place that I used to frequent in high school, but haven't been as often now. Sonic. They have great drinks. We used to get like their cherry limeades all the time and good milkshake. I'll get a milkshake here and there.
I was a strawberry slushy fan.
Yeah. And I really enjoy their cheeseburgers. They have really good cheeseburgers there.
Solid. Pick number 5.
Yeah, last one. Round it out.
Oh, this one's tough. I think I'm going to go off a taste. I'm going to do your kind of cookout one. I'm going to go Taco Bell.
Gosh, that wrecks you.
I know. That's why I'm going back and forth on it.
Gut bomb.
But when Taco Bell hits, not much hits better than that. And it hits hard afterwards.
Yeah. It's the snack that smiles back, I guess. It's like goldfish. Number 5 for me, and I'm doing this not on a taste perspective. I think taste-wise, it's one of the worst fast food restaurants. But I'm doing it based on their marketing.
McDonald's?
Nope. Whopper. Burger King. BK's. Have it your way. Hey, at BK's.
That song was so stuck in my head.
It's like when your favorite quarterback has a concussion. It's like, and we'll cut the commercials at BK's.
Dude, it gets so much hate, but I love it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if BK's had a better product, they would do better because their marketing. I don't know who does their marketing, but shout out. Yeah. No, their marketing's good.
Oh, yeah, the marketing is good.
Yeah.
The burger sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, this is episode 2. Thanks for listening. If you're still with us, shout out to you.
With us, baby.
They're still with us. As always, we're going to be on Spotify, Apple, Goog. I love how that's just always going to be Goog now. Amazon. If you could leave a review or just a rating, honestly, just like go and hit 5 stars on Spotify,
or 1.
Apple.
Or
5.
1 star. Yeah. If you hate it, we want you to leave a 1 star.
Leave a 1 star.
But leave a 1 star with a review and let us know what you want to see.
Exactly. And then finally, you can follow us on socials at undraftedamateurs.com. No, just undrafted amateurs. Peace.